Well, February is Rare Disease Month, and in this week's Acts of Kindness, Emily Clark shows us how 2 Utah families are raising awareness and pushing for early testing for creatine deficiency.
A Utah mom spent years trying to figure out why her own child was sick. Once she did, she went to work to help other families. She advocated to get creatine deficiency added to newborn screening. Discovering this rare disease early makes all the difference, and it did for another Utah family.
She has definitely been impacted from those 5.5 years of not having creatine in her brain.
It took all those years for Heidi Wallace and her family to figure out why Sam wasn't well. A neurologist finally made the diagnosis, a rare genetic disorder, GAMT. Her body was not making creatine to fuel her brain. While 2 of Sam's siblings didn't get it, her youngest brother did.
Are we safe to have a 4th child? And our doctor said, if you treat the child from birth, they should be fine.
And he was. Through a newborn screening, they found this 4th child, Louis, had GAMT, just like his big sister. But this time, they caught it early, so they got ahead of the deterioration.
He's 14 now. He's been treated every day of his life, 4 times a day with creatine, and he's doing great.
Catching creatine deficiency at birth makes all the difference, as it did for Louis. So Heidi got to work with creatine deficiency experts to add the screening to newborn testing.
Utah really took the lead.
Utah was the first to test all newborn babies for creatine deficiency, and it didn't take long until they found their first positive test.
My name is Woody.
Can you spell it?
W-O-O-D-Y.
This is Woody Tribe, and he was that baby.
Average is like a word that maybe you wouldn't want to describe your kid as, but for us, him being average and going to the doctor, and they're like, he's average. We're like, yes.
Before Woody was born, his family came home to Utah from LA.
We were living in Los Angeles and had moved temporarily back to Utah during COVID. And, we were around family here and decided, well, if things are still locked down there, let's just have our baby here.
That decision changed everything. At the time, California didn't screen newborns for creatine deficiency, but Utah did, and they discovered the rare disease.
Heidi and her work, Woody would not be diagnosed at birth, not have started treatment from birth, and his life would be very different. We would have had to wait for symptoms to set in and then try to do treatment so he would have permanent brain damage.
But he doesn't, and his parents had the tools to test and now supplement their child. More states are adding the creatine deficiency test to newborn screenings, giving more families answers and help.
Grateful is the understatement of the century for what Heidi has done.
Creatine deficiency may be rare, but catching it early changes everything. The Association for Creatine Deficiency is working to not just catch creatine deficiency early, but help the children who did not catch it early. They are fundraising to help their research and find better treatment for these kids. More information on that part of this story, go to abc4.com. Emily Clark, ABC4 News.